So who's the Antichrist here? And we're going to go into Revelation chapter 12, and we're going to cover some other stuff too. But let's just get right into it. It's pretty awesome stuff. Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven. Now you need to take your mind back to the world that was. There was a world age before the flesh age. And that's the timeline here. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. This is Mother Israel in her primordial state, basically, or this is in the world that was. Verse 2, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. The birth of the flesh age, the second age, and the earth became without form and void. That's what this is. You're giving birth to the flesh age. Verse 3, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Who is this dragon? We'll find out here in a minute. Having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. This is his leadership role, so to speak, in the world that was. You got to go back to that world age. The earth is not 6,000 years old. You got to throw that in the garbage. Verse 4, this is still in the world that was here. And his tail, the dragon's tail, drew the third part of the stars of heaven, us, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered to devour her child as soon as it was born. The dragon caused a third part of the stars of heaven, angels, if you want to call them that, in spiritual bodies, to follow him. And it caused them to be cast to the earth. Basically, it's saying to be born from above into the flesh. God made it mandatory for each and every one of us to be born from above into a flesh body. And that's the flesh age that we're in now. But let's identify this dragon here, who the Antichrist is. He'll be the political leader. He'll be the religious leader, the false prophet as well. But who is it? Verse 5, and she brought forth a man-child. This is the Lord Jesus Christ. We're no longer in the world that was. We're in the flesh age here. Time Christ was born, September 29th. He was conceived on December 25th, Luke chapter 1, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne when he was crucified. Verse 6, and the woman, Mother Israel, true Christianity, God's elect basically, fled into the wilderness where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Now we're going to fast forward again here, verse 7. We're going to right before the tribulation. And there was war in heaven. Michael, the archangel, and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Verse 9, and the great dragon is going to identify who the Antichrist will be, as well as the political leader. He plays many roles. A few of them are mentioned here, roles that he's already played. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. Remember the serpent in the garden that beguiled Eve and impregnated her with Cain? Called the devil. Who's the devil? And Satan. There's 3 roles that he's played. Satan means adversary, which deceiveth the whole world. The whole world is deceived right now. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you know that Christianity is so upside down right now that it's sad. It's very sad. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So let's conclude this here. There was a world age before the one we're living in now. There's no 6,000 year timeline. That is poor scholarship. And Satan caused a third of us to follow him. So instead of God destroying that third of his children, he destroyed that whole age and brought in the flesh age, and the earth became without form and void. And in conclusion, I don't know where all these people are teaching that some flesh man is going to be born from a woman and become the Antichrist. That's not true. I've heard Obama's the Antichrist. I've heard all kinds of things. The Antichrist is the dragon, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. So simple.